Disclaimer: this is an imaginary story. Please don't relate it with any idol or any person. It's nothing related to anyone's life. It's pure work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. It's an OT7 story. If you are solo stand and can't see other members, then this story isn't for you. You are on wrong channel. Watch the story carefully, then comment. Be respectful and don't embarrass yourself. Whatever pics are shown in this story, they all have been taken from Google and Pinterest. The credit for them goes to their real owner. Storyline and voice are mine, so please don't copy that. It was the cold and windy evening. This place was far away from the noise of the city, hence, it used to get dark here earlier. Cold breeze was blowing. A little boy was sitting on the cold floor of his room's balcony. He was squeezing himself in his hold. Soft sound of sobbing was coming. He was crying from so long. He was shivering not because of coldness, he was shivering because of excessive crying. It was a huge and luxurious mansion, but in this much big mansion, there wasn't a single person who can wipe his tears and give him a comforting hug, which he was needed the most. He was holding the photo frame of his parents, which has the tear stains, and talking. Mama, Dada, Didi is missing you. When will you come to meet Titi? Please come soon. I promise I don't want anything. Only both of you come and meet me once. Please, you know, today I was reciting the poem, but all the students started complaining to teachers that my voice can break their eardrums. They all covered their ears. Teacher scolded them, but when teacher left the classroom, then they all again started mocking me. They all were bullying me. They said my voice is the worst. Even crow's cow is better than my voice. They also said that I must have committed any sin. That's why God has taken away my sweet voice and given me such a bitter and harsh voice. This is my punishment. But I swear I didn't do anything wrong. Then why did God punish me? Please talk with him and tell him to give me back my sweet voice. I promise that I will do exactly as he says. I'm ready to leave my strawberries too. I requested him a lot, but he isn't listening me. I'm a sinner now. God only listens to good and innocent people. They will listen to you. Name Kim Taeyang, age 15 years old, profession student of last year of middle school, ninth standard, nature sweet, caring, humble, scared, lack of confidence, wants to get love from others but receives only hate. Arthur's point of view. He was Kim Taeyang, youngest child of Kim family. He has 6 elder brothers. They all were from different professions. They all were working except T. He stayed at home and only studied and did his share of household work. He only had one desire, to get love like he used to get in his childhood. It was the evening time. He was alone in this big mansion. He was talking with his parents and complaining them. He wasn't crying now. He was only sobbing. His eyes and nose were red and puffy, which shows he was crying from so long. Suddenly, he heard his second eldest Hyang's voice, Yungi's voice, who was a mafia, and flinched hard. He quickly stood up and placed his parents' photo frame on the side table and went to washroom to wash his face. He made himself presentable and quickly ran to downstairs to meet them. He saw they already sat on the couch and drinking water. He was looking at them, but suddenly his gaze met with Yungi's sharp glare and he immediately looked down. Hobie, where were you? T stayed silent. Jin looked at him. What happened? Why aren't you replying? Yungi went to him. Are you a deaf? T took back steps and shook his head vigorously. Cook looked at him. What do you mean by this? Haven't I told you when we ask anything, then you have to answer verbally? Have you forgotten this early? June held his hand. Yungi, Ihang is there to talk with him. No need to come in between. Cook. Okay then, I'm going to my room. I don't have any energy left to see this drama again and again. I'm so tired. Left. Yungi held his arm. Stay here, don't move and look up. T did. Where were you? T. In my room. Yungi, were you crying? T immediately shook his head. No, I didn't cry. Yungi held his jaw and pulled him more closer to himself. So these red and puffy eyes, nose, and cheeks are lying. Jimin removed his hand. Hyang, he is already scared. T quickly held his arm. Yungi looked at his arm, then Jimin. Go to your room. Jimin, I won't come in between, but at least let him stable. He's scared of you. Yungi, he is scared of me? I didn't even say him anything. Jimin, but your aura is enough to make him scared. Yungi stepped back. Okay, then ask him. Why is he lying? Jimin, I will ask him, but after some times. Looked at T. Go to your room. Yungi, no. Jin, Yungi, let him go. T quickly ran to his room. These were T's 6 brothers. 3 of them, Jin, Hobie, and Jimin, were working in their company, whereas rest 3 of them, Yungi, June, and Cook, were mafias. Being from mafia background, their personality turned into scary. But none of them, except June, who only slapped and gave him some small non-physical punishments. But then also he was scared of his Hyang's. His nature turned too timid. Time skipped after some times. June came to T's room and found he was sitting on the bed while covering himself with blanket. He went to him and gently shook him, but he screamed. T. Ah! June removed the blanket. It's me. Why are you shouting? Have you seen any horror movie? T shook his head vigorously. Words, T, words. For the same thing, Jungi Hang stopped you. T, no, said in quivering voice. June touched his forehead. Do you have fever? T again shook his head vigorously. No. June. Then why are you shivering and shuddering? Gave him a glass of water. First drink some water and tell me what happened. T quickly gulped the water. Nothing. June placed his hand on his shoulder. Relax yourself. Do you know you don't know how to lie? Take your time and tell me later. Now go and bring your school bag. Show me your homework. T shocked. Homework? Sudden realization hit him. June, homework. What happened to you today? I always come to check your homework. Tia brought his bag and gave him his notebooks to June. June looked at his notebooks. It's empty. Haven't you done your homework? But why? Looked at T, who was looking down, and tears were falling on the bed sheet. Now why are you crying? Stop crying. I will help you to complete your homework. T looked at him and wiped his tears. Sorry. June, no need to say sorry. But before we start to study, tell me honestly, why are you crying and didn't complete your homework? Usually you completed it before coming to me. T, I forget to do it. June, it's okay. You still have time to complete. Now tell me the reason of your crying. Did anything happen to school? T, my classmates teased me for having deep and raspy voice. They said God punished me. Be cut off. June, don't pay attention to them. I will complain to your principal. Now focus on your study. June shut his mouth and shrugged this matter like it's not the big deal. He didn't even let T complete himself. T always complained to them and they talked with his principal, but still his classmates teased and mocked him. T had the sweetest voice, but as he was the teenager, so puberty hit him and affected his voice. His larynx means voice box and vocal cord grew larger and thicker. That's why his sweet voice became deeper and raspy. It was the normal change in especially boys. Their voice started cracking and breaking because of the change of size and shape in vocal cords. After few years, body will automatically adjust itself. This sudden change of voice made T scared because his voice changed more as compared to others. He needed a person who can tell him that these changes are normal and necessary because he is turning man from boy. It's not the sin and curse, but sadly he didn't have anyone to assure him. His all the hands were too busy in their work. They didn't pay attention to him. They didn't think it's necessary to aware him about the physical changes in his body. People's mocking and teasing affected him badly. He was used to be a topper, but now he became an average student. He couldn't focus on his studies. He complained to his yanks, but instead of clarifying his confusion and giving him moral support, they just ignored his problem because for them it was nothing. They never listened to him completely. They only said ignore them and focus on your studies. But it wasn't easy for T to ignore it. People's mocking always echoing in his mind. He couldn't even sleep properly. He complained to his teachers, but no use. Teacher scolded and punished students, but once they left, they again started teasing him even more than before. As a result, he lost his self confidence. The fear of attempting sin had settled in his mind. He also started thinking that he attempted any sin and God punished him. He was in his teenage. He was going through from so many hormonal changes which made him more emotional. Because of that, these things hurt him more. All these things were eating him from inside. He wanted to share his pain, but there was no one with whom he can share. He was all alone. This condition may look normal, but only the person who is going through this condition knows how much terrible and deeply hurt this situation is. Not able to take out your frustration and anger are the worst thing. Nobody can understand this until they are at their place. Time skipped after few days. Few days passed like this. T completely turned himself into silent. Now he didn't complain to his hands for people smoking because he knew nothing will happen. Earlier he used to share with them what was bothering him, but now didn't say a single word because he knew nobody is interested to listen him. As June said, he focused on his studies, which was very hard, but still he tried. There was a poem writing competition in his school. He wrote a poem on his family. He expressed his desires in this. He got the first prize. He was so happy because after so long he came first in anything. He was so excited to share this news with his family. He was desperately waiting them in the living room with his poem. He thought his youngs will be so happy to see this, but he didn't know they were already going through huge loss in their works. Except June and Jimin, everyone came inside and sat on the couch. T gave them water. T, Hyang, Jin, T, we will talk with you after some times. Go to your room. T, Hyang, I won't take your much time, please. Cut off. Hobby. T, we understood. Again, someone mock you. June will talk with your principal. Now go. T shook his head vigorously. No, it's not like what you are thinking. I was cut off by Cook's loud voice. Cook, can't you listen at once? When Hyang said go to your room, then go to your bloody that room. For God's sake, leave us alone. We can't listen to your complaints all the time. Nobody said wrong. Have you heard your voice? Your voice is like Raven. Even if I get a choice to hear Raven or you, then I will choose Raven's. Hearing your voice, it feels as if blood will come out of my ears. It's so irritating. Can't you just stop speaking for some time? We hate your voice. It's so horrible. Sweat, tears in T's eyes. Now stop crying. If you want to cry, then go to your room and cry. I can't bear your ugly crying. Jin, Cook, stop it. Is this the way to talk? He is just a child. He didn't know anything. You cut off. Yoongi, Hyang, please don't defend him. Cook is right. We are so fed up by hearing his complaint and crackish voice. He isn't a child anymore. He is 15 now. He should understand that all the time we can't hear his complaint. We have our own life. We can't. We are already going through from so many things. Hobie, Yoongi Hang, there is no need to stress this matter. We can talk calmly too. He is a child, but we aren't. At least you calm down. Yoongi, did he know the language of calmness? Yang politely said him to go to his room. We will talk with him later. Did he go? No, he didn't go because he wanted to irritate us by his voice. T, so sorry. Don't fight because of me. I'm going. Jimin came inside. What's happening here? June. Now why is he crying? I'm seriously so done with his crying. He breathes less and cry more. Somebody please tell him that we need to breathe, not cry for staying alive. T, so sorry. Yoongi burst out. Stop saying sorry again and again. Can't you understand this at once that we don't want to listen to your voice? How much you speak? Can't you stay quiet? We have lots of work to do other than listening your nonsense. Stop complaining about others. If you have problem, then people will say it. If we can't bear you this crackish voice, then how would your classmates bear you for an entire day? Except that you have crackish voice. We hate it the most. It's terrible for us. Jimin, Hyang, what are you saying? Please stop it. Out of anger, you are saying whatever comes in your mouth. Yoongi looked at him. Don't come in between. Let him face the reality. He should know about himself. He should know that problem is in him, not in others. Yoongi and Jimin got involved in debate. T ran from there while covering his mouth by his hands. Tears were shedding from his eyes. This incident broke him completely from inside. Whatever little courage was left inside him got also destroyed. He locked himself inside his room and didn't come out in front of them. Everyone tried to talk with him, but he didn't say anything. Yoongi and Cook apologized too when their anger calmed down. But could it do anything? No, their sorry can't heal his pain. Their sorry can't change anything. He tried to bear it, but it was unbearable for him. So after 3 days at midnight, he called to his mom and told her everything. She sent him flight ticket. And after the school, he went to airport and took the flight. At the airport, his dad picked him and took him at his home. At night, when they returned, Hanks returned back to home and found T wasn't in their room. They panicked and started searching him everywhere. The feeling of losing him were eating all of them from inside. Yoongi and Cook were blaming themselves for this. Tears of remorse were in their everyone's eyes, which can't do anything. Finally, they found out that T was with their parents. They went to their parents' house, but they didn't let them enter in their house because they all were responsible for T's this condition. Jin, Dad, at least let us talk with him. We will only apologize with him. Mr. Kim, so now you remember that you have a brother with whom you have to apologize. Jin, I'm sorry, Dad, but Mr. Kim, I don't want to listen anything. Get out from my home. I gave you a little soul by thinking if he would stay with his brother, then he would be happy. Giving him happiness is far away thing. You all snatched his smile. You want to free from his responsibility, then now you are free. Go and live your life according to your wish. T still has his parents to take care. We failed to raise all of you, but we won't fail to raise him. Close the door on their face. Meanwhile, with T, while hugging his mom, Mama, I'm a curse. I wish I was a mute so nobody would have problem with me. God punished me. Mrs. Kim wiped his tears. No, Titi, you aren't a curse. You never disturbed anyone. You are our precious son. Why would God punish you? You didn't do anything wrong. Mr. Kim came there and sat beside him. Your mom is right. Your voice changed because you are growing, not because of curse. By the time our body changed, just like a baby, when baby came in this world, he couldn't speak. Slowly, they started speaking in their broken and cute voice. But when they become a little older, their cute voice changed. Same like this, now you are becoming a man. Touched his Adam's apple. By your height, your Lennox voice box changed too. And when it becomes larger, Then your voice crack, but after few years it will become normal. It's not the curse, it's the nature's gift. It shows that you are growing. Soon you will become a well grown up man. These pimples, scratch marks, these hairlines on your face, changing voice are the sign of your growing stage. Haven't you learned about puberty in your school? Teacher taught me, but I forget. Mrs. Mrs. Kim, it's all right now. You are with us. We will teach you each and everything. You don't need to scare. Accept the changes. It's necessary. People will say so many things, but you have to stay strong and learn how to give them better reply. You have to be confident. Those people who are mocking you today, tomorrow they will get mocked by others. Don't pay attention to their words. Love yourself. Mr. Kim, we know our TT is so strong, he won't accept defeat. Yes, I won't accept defeat. I will prove others wrong. Mrs. Kim, that's like our TT. Mr. Kim, TT, let's go out for ice cream party. Mr. and Mrs. Kim handled T and gave him the love and assurance which he needed. T was accepting his new changes and about Hyang's, so they called T so many times, but he didn't talk with them. He needed some time. He can't forgive them overnight. People's words won't hurt us that much our own loved ones. Just a simple sorry can't change anything. You have to move on with a smile and without them who left your side when you needed them the most. Puberty is a confusing and sometimes horrifying time that can change your entire personality. Sometimes it affects you in a good way, so sometimes in a bad way. Accept the changes in your body and stay strong because from now onwards you will be judged in every possible and worst way. Stay calm and believe in yourself. That's the only way to survive. The end. Arthur's note. That's it for today. I hope you all liked it. It was the birthday request story for one shot. I hope I didn't disappoint you. Puberty is such a confusing time. So many changes are happening in our body which obviously scare us, and we are shy and scared to share this with our family. At this tough phase, when we are trying to accept the new changes, we need our family's support, not taunts. The things that are said at this time, they directly reach our heart and remain in our mind throughout our life. Believe in yourself, it's the only way to survive. Changes are natural and necessary, it's not a curse. I hope you all enjoyed it. We will meet soon with new story. Till then, take care of yourself. Love you all. If you like this story, then please do like, subscribe, share, and comment. I assure you that you will never gonna regret on your decision. Thanks for watching.